Hello everyone, this is Shiny Noctowls, and tonight after a great stream some more Final Fantasy XIV for you guys. I think my freezer burn subsided, thankfully enough, after almost the whole day had passed, and I also took a nice shower, had some good pasta, leftover pasta, and I also warmed up the rest of this bottle of smoothie I had. I have 2 more left, but I warmed the last batch to like 40 degrees, not 40 degrees, 40 seconds, and came out just fine. So, let's see if anything's sold on the market board. Sold some of our jewelry. Look at us. This contest has barely begun and we already have 2 keystones. Surely even my talented brothers aren't doing this well. I can only hope. We've now won keystones from both the feats of Reed and the feats of Gold. Surely that means our approach to the contest was the right one. So it would seem, by continuing to retrace Gula Judja's journey as presented in the saga, we should find the remaining electors in turn. Let's visit the Giants next. Like Kryl said, the fact that they were searching for the Golden City might mean they know something useful. The home of the Yukoi is in the upper reaches of Orkopacha. Unless you're keen on scaling the cliffs, we'll have to take the long way around through Kuzamo'uka. This route will take us close to the Moblin village, which is another important location in the saga. Since we'll need all the keystones eventually, it makes sense to pay them a visit while we're passing through. So we'll call on the Moblins first, and let's head there right now. I'm afraid right now is going to be a problem. Flight of wingless, the great stairs leading to the Moblin settlement collapsed in the storm. What are we to do then? There's an alternative, but it requires preparation. Until it's ready, you can rest at the cabins or see more of the city, whatever you prefer. Just to be sure, you'll accept any method of travel as long as it gets us to our destination. Of course, who do you take me for? Then as your guide, I'll see to the arrangements. Well, it seems we have some free time on our hands. Let us make the most of it. I need to get my axe repaired. I nicked the blade pretty badly when I took a swing at Bukla Jaja. That reminds me, I never got around to introducing you to Rupli, did I? He's the man in charge to watch you, Meki, and a good person to know when to come along. Let's go then. Okay, there was one other quest that I had to do for, yeah, let me finish this quest real quick. Catch the merchant. Love Orkopacha. There it is. Oh, well, this is a pleasant surprise. To think we would meet again here of all places. You do recognize me, don't you? Merchants you spoke with on the ship to Tilly Yo-Yo. Neglected to impart my name to you at the time, but I shall happily rectify that now. Giga Molu, at your service. Since my arrival to the continent, I must say business has been booming. Spare you the details of my most recent transaction, but suffice it to say, I earned quite a handful sum from a most generous young merchant. Truly makes a lengthy voyage here feel well worth the trouble. All that remains before I return overseas to purchase some commodities. Alas, ever since I felt the soothing waters of Panakpelu retreat on my skin, I think of little else. The mere mention of it has stirred my yearning to avail myself of those hot springs once more. Ahem. Pleasure to meet you again, my friend, but it must be going farewell. Oh, is he up on the... He's probably near the hot springs. There's the alpaca. What you again? Did you follow me here? Or perhaps you too have succumbed to the lure of those hot springs. The water is the perfect temperature and the view ravishing. All my worries seem to just melt away. I suppose I've also Kivil to thank for that. Perfect attendant taking care of my every need. I'm surprised you're still listening to me ramble on. If I didn't know better, I might think you came not to enjoy these springs but to speak with me. Okay. Higomolo truly did such an awful thing, I had no idea. He only recently begun to visit these springs, and hired me to take care of odds and ends for him during his sojourns. Took him to be quite the affluent individual, the way he carries himself. My heart goes out to poor Nopulu, but as a Pelipulu I'm quite intrigued by Go-Mulo's trading practices. Allow me to explain. Many years ago, we Pelipeli were looked down upon by the other people of Tyrol, both figuratively and literally, due to our diminutive stature. Chagrined, it is said that our ancestors decided to start wearing masks made in the image of the most powerful Tyrol, Vidral, Villa Garmanda, in order to strike fear into the hearts of all who looked upon them. Today, however, the meaning of the masks has changed. After becoming peddlers of the Dawn Servants' suggestion, masks have become to symbolize fair transactions. Indeed, are now proof of our reputability. Instead of focusing solely on our own profit, we endeavor to make every trade mutually satisfactory. Countless years of doing so has earned us the respect of those around us, and we now very rarely experience any belittlement. Yet it seems Gomola wishes only to fill his own coffers, even at the expense of those with whom he does business. It's a shame, after what he's done, no Tyroli will wish to barter with him again, no matter what quality of import he has at hand. We'll keep a close eye on him from now on. I don't want to see anyone else swindled out of their hard-earned pell. Though, given his present euphoria, I doubt he'll be doing anything of the sort anytime soon. That said, I'm sure Nopal must be anxious to hear from you. With matters here well in hand, why don't you return to him? I'm my friend. But you met Gogomolo during your voyage to Toral. What a small world. In any case, thank you for lending your assistance once again, Gem. It's reassuring to know Kava will be careful watching him. As for my investigation here, it seems I'm presently Gogomolo's only victim, but I fear it won't be the last. There's no telling what unheard tricks he'll use to procure those wares you spoke of, and I will refuse to let him search all that it means to be a merchant. The plan, I'm going to need your help. I'd like your opinion on something, Gem. Should word spread of Gogomolo's underhand practices, it won't be long before there's not a soul in all of Toral willing to deal with him. How do you feel about that? It's only natural? Indeed, yet I would be disappointed by such a conclusion. After all, we lose one of the few merchants willing to voyage across the seas to do business with us. He is to remain a potential trading partner in the years to come. He needs to be made to see the error of his ways. In fact, a few words of warning will do little. However, he needs to be taught a proper lesson and feel the sting of being swindled for himself. We will make sure that he does that the Pelu way. First, we'll need an alluring piece of merchandise to serve as bait, hailing from across the salt yourself. You can think of no one better suited to finding something that might garner his interest. Have a look about and see what local specialists we have to offer. I should like to know if anything catches your eye. Something rare, I can think of nothing better than coffee plants. They surely fetch a handsome price, seeing as you most likely can't find them where you're from. Oh, so you can find them there. Well, in that case, I'd like to try your coffee for myself. The local specialty that's on the rare side. How about the potatoes being sold at the distillery? It's one of the few vegetables that can be cultivated at these altitudes. We already have potatoes plenty in Orzia. How well. That'll be if they're popular across the soil, so I couldn't be prouder. If it's for a merchant that it might be interested in our traditional dolls, believed to be good luck for business, I can carry one myself around as it happens. Or not, someone unaware of its origin significance would really appreciate. It is another question entirely. If you're looking for something out of the ordinary, I have to recommend an Ulan bristle hairbrush. Good to keep the alpacas free of fleas, and they help prevent skin conditions, among other things. While you expect them to turn and spit on anyone tugging on their hair, the alpacas seem to enjoy the grooming. A simple way to help keep them healthy and happy. You can use brushes too, obviously. The Ulan brush bristles help distribute natural scalp oils and strip the hair of leftover dead strands to promote a healthy scalp. Surprisingly gentle on the skin too, so it's a little wonder they're grown so popular. Potatoes and coffee plants do not seem like bait enticing enough to draw Gogomolo's interest. A dull hairbrush, on the other hand, may just be tantalizing enough. Or back to Nopal and inform him of your findings. Nopally. Your return, I take it you found an item or two of interest. Let's see, an Ulan bristle hairbrush on one of our traditional dolls. I'll submit whether such a doll would truly be desirable to an outsider is a bit dubious. I think it'd be safest to go with the hairbrush. My thanks for finding a suitable bait. Normally they go for 1 pel in the 10,000 column, but to teach our pernicious peddler, let's offer him 1 for 1 pel, the 100,000 column. Lest you worry, I won't actually sell it to him. I'm just giving him a taste of his own medicine. So come to understand why fear and honesty is so important to we Pelu. More importantly, I wish to convey something to him, merchant. So what do you say? Will you lend me your aid? Sure. I'm an eBay seller myself, so I can understand the balance of good business for sure. Thank you. Let's give Gogomolo an offer he can't refuse. All that remains is for me to begin my negotiations with Gogomolo. However, even should I approach him, I expect he won't be willing to bend any or to anything I have to say. But if you, a fellow Orsian, were to whisper in his ear of a merchant dealing in exotic wares he won't find anywhere else, you say his interest will be piqued. I suspect he's still soaking in the spring, so try searching for him first at Panek Pelu retreat. I will join you after procuring suitable stone of hairbrushes. A suitable store, rather. Oops. Oh, it is you again. I take it you two are unable to resist the allure of these waters. I seen you wish to introduce me to the merchant of exotic wares. How thoughtful of you. I'm honestly surprised you remember that I've yet to find suitable goods to take back to Orzia. Very well, I shall meet this merchant, but I can hardly sit at the negotiation table in little more than a bathing towel. Pray wait for me below while I make myself more presentable. Thank you for waiting. Now, where's this merchant you wish to introduce me to? Nopely, I see. So you two were in cahoots. You've come to return the copper up to Christmas. I'm afraid I do not accept refunds. Didn't Jem tell you I'm here to make you an offer? Make me an offer? I wasn't born yesterday. Whatever it is you're planning, I want nothing to do with it. Palapelus try to bring others happiness through trade. Hogwash, you really expect me to believe I can benefit from another deal with him? It's not only for your benefit, but that of the customers you're certain to meet in future commercial endeavors. Upon my mask, I will swear it. You swear about whatever you like, I still won't believe you. The only thing I trust less than your word is your meager eye for quality. Any product selected by your hand is one unworthy of my stalls. Picked it out myself. Selected it. Well, now that changes things. Considering your wealth of experience above Aor's Interval, yours are eyes I can trust. I see we have your attention, then without further ado, allow me to present to you my premium selection of high-quality alpaca hairbrushes. Bristles are firm yet supple, gentle in the skin, and exceedingly pleasant to the touch. Even the most sensitive alpaca can't get enough of it. Indeed, I dare say these brushes are of unparalleled quality. We already have brushes for livestock in Orzia. Furthermore, the market for such a commodity would be limited to farmers. But squandering any chance to profit, I will not purchase a product merely because it is of good quality. But if you could use it on your own hair? I'll submit as a merchant, it's important to always make oneself as presentable as possible, yet I'm confused as to why you would ask. So people can use the brush as well, then may I try it for myself? It is a quality product for men and women in good taste, and the potential market would expand considerably. Oh my, this is quite lovely. The way the bristle gently caresses my scalp, each stroke gliding through my hair like a gentle breeze, and somehow every strand falls perfectly into place. My hair has never felt so smooth and soft and smooth. Yes, consider me interested. I dare say the brush will sell themselves to those with a like-minded taste for elegance. Now let us discuss payment. By my estimation, a single brush would worth roughly 10,000 PL, give or take. Speaking of worth, I forgot to mention one terribly important detail. Brushes are made with the hair of a creature indigenous to Toral, the Ulolan. Specimens are painstakingly chosen for each brush by master craftsmen, paying close attention to the beast's age as well as texture, thickness, and strength of their hair. Say a single brush is worth no less than 2,000 PL, and 100,000 call. Beg your pardon, 200,000 PL for a brush? You must be out of your mind. I should take my business elsewhere. Wait, after purchasing the corrupted crystals from you, I'm in urgent need of funds. If you agree not to disclose this to anyone else, I'm willing to sell the brushes to you for half the price. You'd go so far as to offer them at half their market price, and it really comes as no surprise that you lack capital. You may not find a more opportune bargain. Very well, you have yourself a deal. I shall use the PEL I have on hand to purchase as many brushes as you can offer. Now then, let us return to my storehouse and watch and Pellu to finalize your transaction. I trust it is fine with you, Gogomolo. Indeed, I shall make a short detour to Ikovolos and together my dealings before joining you. Please excuse me. Ooh, the negotiations went rather well. If I do so say myself, I can't thank you enough for your assistance. Now the negotiations are truly begin. We shall hurry back to watch and Pellu's file. Okay. I'm gonna use the restroom and I'll be back, guys. Hey guys, I'm back. Oh, just use the restroom. Oh, just let's see here. There you are, Jim. Now that we're all assembled, let's continue our discussion. What is there to discuss? The deal's already agreed upon. All that remains is exchange of goods. Are you sure even if I told you that the actual value of a brush is a single pal in the 10,000s column? What, you deceived me? Oh no, nothing of the sort. I merely followed your example. I do personally believe that a single brush is worth 2 pal in the 100,000th column. Also urgently need funds after purchasing those crystals, but more importantly, the brushes are of unparalleled quality. I think I would be outfoxed by the man I took for a fool. Yet why tell me its true value now? Had you remained silent, you could have made all the money back, all the money you lost. I find that a strange question. Are we not both merchants? Rather than prey on one another, hoping to make our fortunes in a single exchange, it would not be mutually beneficial for us in the long term to become trade partners. As far as I'm concerned, this is a chance I can't afford to let slip away. Foreign merchants willing to sail all the way to Tyrol are few and far between, and I certainly won't have the wherewithal to travel to Eorzea myself anytime soon. After all I've done, you asked me to be a trade partner. Apply my trade in a city called Ulda, where the unspoken rule of business is deceive or be deceived. Seize what opportunities you can and quickly move on. Long-term profits have ever been the furthest thing from my mind. I first saw you in Napoli. I could sense your naivety. Thus did I approach you with my mind to exploit it. Pawn my worthless crypto crystals into your eager hands. At the time, I thought it was simply business as usual. Now I'm wholly embarrassed by the thought of it now, that you would use the same ploy against me, and for even greater profit makes all the more shameful. Nobly, I'm truly sorry for deceiving you. I shall return all the money I took from you, and make what amends I can for the trouble I've caused. I do not deserve forgiveness, let alone your partnership, but if you're certain that is the best course. I am, but forget about the money. I'd like you to bring back more of those corrupted crystals. If I can find some use for them, we'll have a product that could be easily sold for a premium. We can corner the market here in Tyrol. I'm happy to oblige, but until such time that the crystals become profitable, we are not receiving good conscious products we can both benefit from. If it pleases you, I'd like to explore our options. We just they can work together. That's the important thing. I couldn't have convinced Gilmolo without your help, Jem. Together, I believe he and I could bring others happiness through trade, not only to Raw but Eorzea and beyond. I've prepared a small gift for you to show my thanks. It's hardly enough. I hope this is of some benefit to you during your travels, and if you ever need anything, don't hesitate to find me. Alright. Love the music. Yeah, I'm glad they were able to balance out each other. That's the important thing. Hey, helps both the Eorzea and Tyrol, and both of them as well. Okay. Well, let me go to the... Looks like they've gone down in price. So, sell it for, I think, a good amount. Being a merchant myself, so well, I've been doing it for years now, and I can relate to those two, to both the Pelipelu and the Lalafell, or Uda and Capacha, or Capacha. Oh, there's my friend Tara. The reading. Ready, the markets of Wachu, Meki are to the east on the other side of Bayside Bevy. Wuklamad is now accompanying you, keeper. Okay. Yep. Alright. So this is... no, I think, yeah, we can just sprint there. This is Aunt Till's Tacos, named for its owner here, the lovely Teasel. If you're after the best tacos in Tule, this place sits at the top of Chevaliev Tule. Say that third promise, but you only every old work Evie's food. Come and buy mine for a change. Sorry, Tulsi, it has been a while, hasn't it? I'll swear I'll stop for a bite once the contest is over. My, the third promise. How might I assist you this fine evening? Well met, Ropley. I need to buff a nasty neck out of my axe blade. Yes, it's been chipped quite terribly, trying to cleave rocks again, are we? Or something like that. Think you can fix it? Stand among Tyrol's most prestigious Skylander artisans and ask this question. It's this child's play. We have it repaired for you in 2 shakes of an alpaca's tail. Get it here. I'll leave it in your capable hands. Who's your companion, if I may ask? This is Jem, a great adventurer recruited from across the salt. I brought him here to meet you, actually, though I thought he might have some reason to visit Wachu Meki sooner or later. And allow me to introduce myself. I'm Ropley, home representative of this grand center of trade. A pleasure to meet you, Jem. You there, stop dithering the shouts and announce your business already. I've seen that man somewhere before. Oh, came with us on the boat. Jewelry maker you met on the voyage over. Oh, I remember, I spoke with him too. Foygen Tane, nah? Yes, that was his name. You've been littering like a flighty admirer who plug up the courage to confess his feelings. Out with it then. Why are you here? That is to say... Oh. We're no closer to solving that enigma. Oh, maybe it's regarding her, to the right of him. I wonder if he could use someone to talk to. I say we go and ask. We know by link we'll find him first. You're conversing with Master Rubley, but wait, we've met before, haven't we, on the ship? Found him. Good, I'll be right there. Why did you run off like that? Do you have business with Rubley or not? Please, you needn't concern yourself with my affairs. I'm undergoing such attention. Now, what are you going on about? I beg of you, do not ask me to explain, do not. Sorry, but the more you tell me not to, the more I'm curious I become. Besides, you look like you need a friend. You're too kind, so be it. I suppose I can share with you more of my mystery. Before I came to Yo-Yo, I worked as a goldsmith at the most prestigious jewelry maker in all of Buda. Ash Tideman's aesthetic, so it started off well enough, but as the day passed, everything began to go wrong. Compared to the masterpiece of my talented colleagues, my products were lacking mediocre. Thus all confidence, crippling doubt have possessed me, and not any veneer of bravado I tried to put forth soon cracked beneath its weight. Thus did I take, hoping to find a fresh beginning at new shores, yet as you witness, I lacked the courage to even approach a potential employer to stand before a man wallowing in the wreckage of his ill-spent existence. Alright, then he offered a morsel and served us the full course. You must really wanted someone to hear your story. If you like, I could try to give you a few words of advice. Then you have experienced my predicament of feeling terribly inadequate compared to your undeniably superior peers. Well, when you put it that way, not me. I'm Wukamat, third promise of Tuli Yol daughter of the Dawn Servant. Of course, you're a member of the royal family. Please forgive my presumptuousness. What of you? Have you ever measured to work against Trabajo's work in Spanish? Against that of your colleagues and found yourself wanting? You can't measure your worth by the sex of others, yeah. I'd agree with that. And it fits me pretty well. I've kind of carved my path on my own these past several years. How could I not? Should my work not? Though, of course, sometimes when I do receive support, it definitely helps indeed. How can I not? Should my work not meet the same exacting standards, no new commissions will be forthcoming. What then was the point of my becoming a goldsmith? Looking back, it was my father who inspired me to take up the trade. His exquisite creations brought radiant smiles to the faces of his clients, and I admired him deeply for it. But in the course of striving to be as great a goldsmith as him, I lost sight of my original motivation. All I ever wanted was to spread joy through my craft as he did. Perhaps I will give this one last try. Thank you for reminding me of what is truly important. It is truly important. Es importante. Oh, sorry, Jem, I didn't mean to ignore you, but yes, I'm glad to see. I think that's a French word, I'll have to see. Fonjen Tana is giving himself another chance. Let's see. I feel like it's French, but I think it's trying to. Well, there's Fontaine. Fontaine is a French origin. Maybe it's trying to reference a fountain, yeah. I think I'm pronouncing it right, Fontaine. One Gen Tynet will follow through. Let's see if he's actually going to talk with Rob Ripley. It was kind of you to come, but you needn't worry, I found my courage. Pray accept my apologies for my earlier behavior. My name is Fon Jan Tiny. I'm a goldsmith in Roldan in faraway Eorzea. I realize this is a bold request, but I should like to continue practicing my trade here and watch you Meki if you will have me. Ask only for the opportunity to bring happiness to others in my creations. That's what it was about. You were looking for work. Consider yourself hired. Watch you Meki is always in need of skilled craftsmen and women. Find all the necessary paperwork. Can you start tomorrow? Yes, of course. Let's thank you both again for your sage and timely advice. Don't know that I was all that helpful. But you were. Had you not come to speak with me, I would not have had that moment of much needed self-reflection. Arrangements have been made. Come and meet me at the entrance of High Tide Harbor. I almost forgot. Do you have my axe ready, Ropley? Ready and waiting. Beyond this, behold the sublime touch of a Wachameki artisan. Behold, it's as sharp and deadly as the first day I held it. Thank you. Well, good luck to you, Fonjin Tiny. Let me know if that doubt creeps back, and be happy to talk you out of it. As for us, we should be head for the harbor. Wouldn't want to keep Aaronville waiting. Enough of the secrecy. What's this big plan of yours? Look there, that is my big plan. Oh. Oh, what is that? Looks like a manatee. Is a Panuiti. She'll be pulling our boat upright, upriver. How do we know she won't dash about and sink us instead? A gentle and timid creature for the most part, she's unlikely to cause a fuss unless you give her a reason to. Our alpaca is now Panuites. We're relying a lot on animals for this journey. We should be thankful we have an animal expert as a guide then. But did it have to be my old nemesis, another boat? I took you for someone who was up to the challenge. Was I wrong? Ah. Long ago, when fighting still raged between the clans and inhabitants of Kuzoma Uka rode these riverboats to move swiftly through hostile territory. The vessels see little use, which were all now at peace, so I was able to borrow one of the few which remain. They considered dirigible, but the pilots warned me that updrafts near the falls would make landing difficult. Said you borrowed one, yet there appears to be several in the water. Kona. Lamati, traveling up the river, I presume. Seems that way. Does this mean you've earned 2 keystones already? I can't believe how well you've managed despite undertaking the contest alone. I was never alone. I've had my own entourage with me since the beginning. My friends, it's been, well, not too long. Oh, Thancred! Thancred Orionje, what are you doing here? Scoring a promise the same as you. Heard much of the incomparable Archons during my time at the Studium. As soon as the contest was confirmed, I thought who better recruit to my cause. I contacted Skolark, who arranged an introduction to these 2 gentlemen. The second promise had specific requirements. Those who would be his assistant most both proving rival skills and mastery of the arcane arts. Thus did Thancred I received the summons. My own studies concentrated on technology which our people could readily use, such as inventions born of magic or clever engineering. Where magic was concerned, I covered only the foundation. Knowing you 2, I expect you had other reasons for accepting the job. A few of the nation Tuli Yolwell spans an entire continent. Depending on who wins the throne, the world may be plunged into instability once more. Ever have we striven to preserve peace? Where is our plan, if not here now? We did our due diligence, of course, and made sure of who we were working with before agreeing to this endeavor. It's even more opaque than Orionche at times, but it is surprisingly. Despite enough of that, we must be on our way. Well, I have one more question before you leave. Kona and Wukalmat are vying for the throne. As Kona's entourage, does that mean you're ready to resolve to defeat all his opponents, including us? We're sworn to do all in our power to win this contest for Kona, even if it means competing against our own comrades. We tend to hold nothing back and expect you to do the same. We won't disappoint you. I thought you were taking a boat. Even you have been forced to travel on water, then the others will be doing the same. I would rather walk than risk confrontation in a leaky barge with no possibility of retreating. It's true that I can't stand boats. But I trust the route Annabelle has chosen for us. Leave the handling of the Benoiti to me. Should other wildlife attack us, however, I may have difficulty keeping her under control. Do your best to draw them away as far from the boat as possible. We should remain on deck and stand guard, although it might be wise to have at least one of us sit front with Aaronville just in case. I'd like to stay on the deck. I'm eager to put my pictomancy to the proof. I'll take any chance to show you that I can hold my own in the battlefield. The crowd will stand on guard with Jen. I'll keep Aaronville company, then with my blade I can respond more quickly to threats than Alpha Node. Thank you. If a fight breaks out, I'll try to stay out of your way. I'm laughing because I have a friend who sometimes, instead of calling him Alphon, Alpha Node, he'll call him Alphon or Alfonso. You know, nothing wrong with that, but I think Alpha Node's more of the French pronunciation, I think. Or I think Alfonso could be more Spanish, or maybe even potentially connected to Italian too. But I shall endeavor to provide aid where it is needed. I can do that as well. I mean, you could technically be both, though. Well, yeah. That should cover more eventualities. Secure your gear and board the boat when you're ready. Yeah. Let the hunt begin. There he is. Oh, looks like we got our first dungeon. I think it's be level 91. Yeah, we're gonna do it with group of players. Yeah, public chat's kind of crazy right now. Good thing you guys can't see it because it's pretty nuts. With 2 keystones now 1 in her father's historic journey pointing the way, Wuklamat sets her sights on the moblin settlement perched above the waterfalls of Kuzoma Uka. As misfortune would have it, the wild storm which passed through the region has collapsed. The great stairs leading up the cliffs, leading the resourceful Aaronville to arrange an alternative route. Barge-like vessel pulled upriver by a massive yet gentle Boinoiti. Brace yourself to fight not only the current, but an abundance of fierce wildlife as you forge along Dawntrail's mighty Ohi Katsumi. Alright, here's the first dungeon. Finally, after like 5 streams. Oh, they're saying come to Brazil. It's funny. Yeah, I figured this area represented the Amazons, or it was either Central America or like Honduras, Belize, or I guess it's probably Brazil potentially. Brazil. It's not too far away from Colombia, so Colombia. Nice. Music. Oh yeah, it is probably the Amazons, yeah, because I can tell by the river, yeah. Since Baklu Jaja ahead of us, be ready for anything. Yes, come closer, we have something for you. Gift courtesy of the Blessed Siblings. Oh, this is not going to plan, we'll just have to improvise. Let's be upriver if we make it that far. Crippling our boat was a cowardly move. However, we're losing speed. Harness is broken, I'm sorry, we'll have to pull over the bank. To the bank. Oh, the first boss! Prime Manatee, or Panuiti. Hopefully I'm pronouncing that right. Ooh. Ooh. Oh boy. Oh, nope. I heard something that the dungeons were tougher this time around. Or, well, they said like originally that first dungeon was really easy, and I don't know if they made it tougher because of that. So far, we're doing pretty well. Isn't caster. No lloras. Don't cry. You got this. Okay, let me get these hats. Caster. Oh. A lot of movement. Won't be me. No. There we go. First boss down. Okay, let's look here. Really, I mean, we'll just pass that for now. We might greed for some of it, but for now we'll pass on some of it. Let the other on the group get it. Mainly go for tank gear. Oh, do I have my tank stance on? No, I do. Sure. Strange happenstance. Have some misfortune befallen thy vessel. Apologies, friends. But it seems you'll be taking the long way around. Alright then. Can't blame him, I guess. There's the jellies. Ba-da-ba. 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 Well, they said come to Brazil. I could think of fala português, you know, which means speak Portuguese. I know a little bit of Portuguese or Portuguese, a little bit. I feel like my friend Glenn would get a kick out of that. He visits there quite often. It's like a second home to him. So. Love this theme though, it's really awesome. Is everyone ready? Oh, seems like this boss is fun. Oh. Oops. Oh shoot. Okay. Oh boy. Oh boy. Careful. Careful now. It's literally me. So are these gonna be a bunch of ads or? Yep. Alright, let's go. Come here. Come here. Venga aquí. Vienes aquí. Come here. Wait. Alright, the second one's down. Okay. Man, I love this dungeon's layout. Oh, there's the rainbow. Looks, yeah, love that. Love arcoides. Bum, bum, bum. I don't know if it's the same in Portuguese, but in Spanish is arcoides. There's Gojira, two of them. Big one there. Oh, that might be the boss, or the last boss for this area. Let's see here. Apex Predator, Apollon. Alright, here's the first one. First final boss of dungeon in Dawntrail. Supposed to get behind it. Yeah. Oh. Ooh. Shoot. Moves around. Ooh, kind of nicked that. Alright, there we go. First dungeon complete. Let's see. Axe. I don't exactly need it. We'll go there. Oh, 3 player accommodations. There we go.
This is as far as we can go on foot, it seems. We'll have to head back and see about fixing the boat.
Oh, there we go.
Hey! Everyone all right?
This word we might not catch up to you. Those caverns you traverse were dug by the Yukoi in their search for gold. Remnants of their excavations can be found throughout this region. Well, I appreciate this lesson, O wise guide. Are we landing this boat anytime soon? Our journey is almost over. For proof of that, you need only look ahead. Look at the water. Falls were impressive enough from a distance, but it's enough. It's almost too much now. You know, I know. Yes, amazing. Now, please let me off. Hang in there. No, no more boats. Are you? Oh, you're not alright. We should be surprised if she was, even without the nausea. You're all spent. There's a mountain shelter nearby, a resting spot for those who've ascended the stairs, and suggest we make use of it. That'd be a welcome respite. Have you the strength for a short walk, we'll come out. We can rest along the way too. Damn it all. Promise is meant to lead from the front, not meow and moan like a sick kitten. Look, Lamont. Ignore me, it's the nausea talking. I'm fine, really. Lead on, I'll follow. Very well, but if I might say one thing. Just because you're a promise or a claimant for the throne doesn't mean you can't be seen to struggle. You didn't bear this burden alone, so please don't hesitate to talk to us. We're always willing to lend an ear. A cryo eye. Leaning on others is a skill all leaders require. I agree with that. Sometimes it's helpful below others help you. that you died. You as well, Jem. I've always believed this is my problem alone, but perhaps you have the right of it. It reminds me a bit of my old friend Athena, actually. Well, not quite just old, but old and new. I could hear her saying, I'm not that old. Alright, I'll talk about things. Just give me a moment to collect my thoughts. Of course, as long as you need. She could also pass maybe a little bit like my friend, Illusion as well. Maybe a mix of both of them. We'll be waiting at the shelter when you're ready. Alright. Oh, we're in the second half of, Uki. Okay. I'm gonna be back, guys. I'm just gonna quickly change one of my shirts out since it's a little bit, wet after I took a shower, but, we will do that. Okay, I'll be back. Alright guys, I'm back. Well, someone said in the chat that wasn't very Okali. Alright. Don't mess with the Hanu Hanu. They'll get you. I've long felt that I could never tell anyone when I was confused or hurting, that admitting to weakness would bring shame to Papa's name. But if you say you're willing to listen, then there are things I'd like to talk about. Come on, let's catch up to the others. Bum 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 ba bum bum bum. Okay, so we should be able to get the 5 other ether currents here. Enough. Look, the trees here. What pink color? Some nice blues, yellow. We should stop here for the night. I understand the desire to rush ahead, but we need to recuperate from our punishing river adventure. Let's settle in. We'll need to cook fire, and there's meal preparations to be done.
I've been meaning to ask, but how does one become the adopted child of the Dawn Servant?
I was but a ball of fuzz at the time, so I don't remember much. My earliest memories are of life in the palace. All I know is that I was born in Ikbrash, a village in Yaktel. But I've never bothered to return there. As far as I'm concerned, Ulul Jaja is my only parent.
I quite understand. I have no memories of my birth parents either. For a while, I wanted to learn who they were. But over time, that curiosity waned. Galuf was my dear grandfather, and he was all I needed.
So our situations were quite similar. Even though Papa already had a trueborn son, he raised me and Kona with no less love. One time, I'd wandered off alone into the forest and gotten lost. Before I became a meal for some beast, Papa dropped everything and came to my rescue. I was scared and sobbing and ready for a scolding, but the head of resolve praised me for surviving the ordeal. I did get my lecture from the head of reason, though. He went on and on about the dangers of the jungle and all the horrible ways I could have died.
Los Estrellas, the stars.
Growing up, Papa was kind and patient, but a tyrant when it came to training. Now, of course, I realize he was preparing me for my duties as a promise. For all the good it did. There's so much I failed to learn about my own country. Whether it's alpacas or Ihihana, I hardly know anything. I've lived such a sheltered life, yet convinced myself I understood Tural and its people. I don't have Kona's education, or Zoralja's strength. I'm all bluff and bravado, not fit to bear my title.
Why do you want the throne?
Why? Because my father built a nation where everyone can live in peace. And I want to keep it that way. I think I see what you're saying. My reasons for joining the contest have nothing to do with my brothers. It's always been about the Turali and what I can do for them.
You said it yourself. How important it is to properly know something. To hear the voices of others, empathize with how they feel, and think how best to serve. In so doing, you'll come ever closer to being the person you wish to be.
There you go.
I'm sorry, everyone. I've been a fool. From this moment on, I'll stop trying to be the promise I'm not. I won't feign strength to hide my weaknesses. Step by step, I'll learn all there is to know and love about Tulihyolal and my fellow Turali. It might not be the smoothest path, but it'll be a path of my own making. I will find the City of Gold for all of us, along with the answers you seek about your grandfather, Kryl. I swear.
I appreciate it, Wuklamart. But you needn't take on that burden as well. Galuf Baldessian dedicated his life to protecting people from all manner of threats. As his granddaughter, I wouldn't wish to endanger others for the sake of a personal investigation. So let's just concentrate on winning the contest. We have a shared goal, and, if at all possible, I'd rather we enjoy the journey.
Hear, hear. We are companions on the same road, bound for the same destination. With our combined talents, nothing will stop us from reaching the Golden City.
Thank you. Thank you all. I am proud to call you my friends.
Right.
Thank you. Thank you all. I am proud to call you my friends.
They seem to be enjoying themselves. Are you sure you don't want to go and say a word to your sister?
Nay, there is no need for that. But what of you two? Wuklamat's allies are your comrades. It must feel strange to be rivals.
Helping you has made us rivals, aye, but we're not about to break into fisticuffs over it. Unless, of course, it is a matter of winning or losing the contest. Then I'll have no qualms about putting Alizé on her rear.
Despite our long history, never have I been given the chance to test myself against our companions. The thought stirreth within me a most unexpected sense of competition.
Lamachi has surrounded herself with distinguished figures indeed. One of the Studium's finest graduates, the head of the students of Bardessian. And then, there's Eorzea's vaunted champion. If he's half the hero you say, then the odds are stacked against us. Not that I've any intention of bowing out. Our time in Urkelpacha only served to strengthen my resolve. We saw how a single storm cut off the alpaca roots and threw my people's lives into disarray. Such uncertainties are why I advocate for the adoption of Sharlayan innovations, that Tulihyolal might know greater stability and prosperity. Our nation can change for the better. And I will be the man to change it.
Well, it's a start. I imagine your experiences on this journey, all the things you'll hear and feel and think, will help you refine that approach. But to return to the subject of the rite, I'm a touch concerned by the condition for victory. The claimant who breaks the seal becomes Dawn Servant, not the one who performed the 7 feats first.
The would-be victor need only possess the 7 keystones.
That is correct. As the contest wears on, we must brace ourselves for greater conflict.
Right, meanwhile, the first promise.
Your rivals still lag behind. The second and third promise may have recruited competent lackeys, but none compared to you. How can they hope to compete with the resilient son? The only child ever sired by a two-head. Only the ignorant or foolish could fail to see that you were born to be Dawn's servant.
Such titles mean nothing.
I neglected to mention, when I first heard the rumors that the contest involved the Golden City, I spoke in confidence with Gulul Jaja's inner circle. They all agreed on one thing. Whoever reaches the City of Gold will attain a power so great, it can dictate the course of history. If this power truly exists, then I humbly beg a fair share of it. Time is passing, and I would put my plans in motion without delay. The useless tool is cast aside after all. And just so there is no misunderstanding, you consent to this course, no matter who is made to suffer.
In battle, everyone bleeds. The Dawn's promise is no exception. What better lesson to teach our people the folly of war?
Oh boy.
I was hoping for a good scrap, but this bloated sack of bile was no challenge at all. I wonder if the house cat is dead yet. Be ashamed to lose a plaything, but we'd still have 2 more.
If I may ask, Chosen One, what are your plans for Tuliolal after you take the throne?
Plans? What makes you think we care about all that? We care only about the contest and proving our superiority. That would surely please Mother and Father. Yes, and when we become Dawn's servant, we'll drive out the weakling masses and invite our kin to live in the city. Fine idea! Our family deserves better than that rotten jungle. Back to it then. We must catch up to that one-headed pretender and remind him of the natural order.
I made it.
I thought we were missing someone. Where have you been?
Oh, I feared I was done for when I fell from the boat. Yet somehow I made it. Oh, my arms, I can barely lift them. If I could just rest a moment.
You expect us to wait for you? Those who can't keep up will be left behind. My brother has spoken. March, or be fodder for the beasts.
But I followed the teachings. Everything I've done, everything I've sacrificed, all has been for the blessed seedlings. Wait. Don't leave me behind! I'm begging you!
Oh boy. Now we know what the others are up to. Being able to see those things has brought me such relief. It's like a stone has been lifted off my chest and I can take full breath at last. I don't want to encumber myself like that again. I want to be better, will be better for myself and for my people. Okay. Rel's concerned about the dangers on the road. Moblin settlement of Earthenshire is not far from here, but be warned, the road will be taken as a favored hunting ground for bandits. The air is currently impassable. There will be fewer travelers, meaning the brigands will be desperate for victims to ambush. Although considering present company, I suppose my concerns are unwarranted. Then on the road, what about Zeralja and the Landsguard been doing? Seems it's up to me to restore order in that area. And off she goes again. For now, we'll head west and aim for the banks of the second river. See if I can find any more. Oh, so that's the stairs. Probably. This room was going to be bad, but I never imagined it would be quite so bad as to break down the flight of wingless. Now I'm completely stuck. Let's see. See, is there a current up here? No. Let's see if we can find the other 5. Check something real quick with the graphics settings. Let's see. Basically on high, just adjust how many plants I can see. And just mainly affects the grass. Okay. Down the water. Oh, it's fine on the way. Ether currents yet. Well, where are these bandits? Apparently they're not foolish enough to attack a party this size. Earthenshire is just a little further away on the opposite bank of Iyakabek Zoma, but let's remain vigilant all the same. Let's go around this way. Oh, there's a sightseeing log here. Sluggish currents of this marsh are fed by the waters of Iyakabek Zoma. Steps are crowded with aquatic grasses, the vibrant clusters of color said to be the result of fluctuations in temperature and ambient ether. Don't hear any ether currents yet. Maybe there's one. Always go to the center islands. Yep, I figured there was one there. Oh, there's another one. There's 3 left on this map. Oh, here's one of the hunts. Just one more. Okay. See if there's another current here. It might be. It might not. Let's see. Let's go southwest and then we'll make our way around. Their movements are kind of like the frogs in a way. Too. Currents here. Yeah, getting the ability to fly is definitely going to help. And this leads to, I think, Orkopaka. It leads to another area too. Kopacha, yeah. Let's see. No cards here. Maybe there's one there. I think there might be. Could be wrong. Could be wrong. There's a level 100 beat rank. Well, for now, let's keep going east. Sure, there's probably gonna be one here. Yeah, no, this is just begging to be a place with. Going this far. Feeling. Yep. To the left. I wonder if there's one in the ruins, though. Maybe there isn't any. I think there would be, but then again, we did find one there. Oh wait, there's a stairway here. So is it up here? No. See if I can attune to the ether rights. This is it, the village where the lay of pots from Tuli Yul saga took place. Earthenshire or Idleshire. Maybe the similarity be a cultural inclination, I wonder? Settlements themselves couldn't be more different though. The Shire appears custom built to resemble pots, while the others repurposed town. Well, welcome to Earthenshire. Do I have the pleasure of greeting the third promise in her retinue? That's us. We're looking for the Dawn Servant's elector if you happen to know what it is. You're exchanging tongue flaps with her right now. Vidoruk is the elector you seek. Well, that's helpful. We can cut straight to performing the feat. As much as Vidoruk would like to do just that, we have a much more pressing worry. Storm which hit our village, shattered the cliffs, and dropped rocks in our brain cases. May help hands for the pot sworn that were injured. This is no time for feats or medal tests. Sorry to hear that. After learning what the storm did to the stairs, I feared you had been caught in its path. Not to change the subject, but what are the pot sworn? Goldsmiths contracted to work for the Moblins. The word comes from the pot-like workshops where they practice their craft. Moblin provide these pots sworn with tools, materials, living quarters, everything the Orsons could possibly need. It allows them to concentrate on producing what is widely known as the finest school of metalwork in Tyrol. This is unacceptable. I was promised no distractions. This is the best I can offer. I should have never left watching Meku Meku. Or Meki Meki. See, the pot sworn's dessert is without enough healthy help hands are failing to uphold our side of the pot pack. Should all our pot sworn leave, Earthenshire will grind to a halt. We have to do something, do it soon. Now let us stand in for the injured helpers. It gave me the chance to learn more about your people and your village, and it brings us closer to getting the feed, then all the better. This isn't strictly part of the contest, so don't feel obligated to join and take rest while you can. Of course, I'll help. I was hoping you'd say that. I wasn't quite sure I could do this on my own. We'd all help. I doubt any of us could just sit around and watch. take every help hand we can get. Ridor swears that once the pots won't have their perfect workshops again, we will commence the feat with all haste. You and the third promise can assist help hand or Rock. The other four follow Redork. There are other help hands that need help, handman. Really appreciate you pitching in. I meant what I said about many fires. There'll be no more feigning strength, no more playing up being an invincible promise. There's one thing I've learned on this journey, it's how practiced you are at aiding those in need. And I mean to make the most of having such an incredible mentor at my side. Now let's find this Rook fellow and see what we can do for him. If Rook can't meet his obligations, but more hand helps, the pot pack is broken and the pots are empty. Come to aid Rook. Accepts your hand landing with joyous feel smiles. If you can offer the pots more and the promised good living, we might save the day yet. Whatever you need. Cut. What Rook needs is for new help hands to create good living for a pot sworn Kahi. Help hand assign a Kahi will hurt during the rock rain, so Rook took over, but he knows nothing of Kahi. What does Kahi want? What does Kahi need? Help hands do not bother the pot sworn with straight tasks. Their job is observe and anticipate, prepare things with guess think. Please guess think with Rook. Find out what Kahi is looking so we can fight it. Count on us. Okay. There's some quests we can do right now. You're an adventurer, you're not one who wide walks from place to place. If you intend to wide walk to many fires, could you give this mobile friend swipe stick? Wagner Brock forgot to overhand it last time he visited. Actually, your service still reserves as just reward. Just one warning word: do not hold nose closed. Very sticky stuff. Okay. Visitor, what brings you to our underbearing abode? I love all things artsy and crafty, perchance, and perhaps you would stoop to assist us in our crafty work. Task of Father Flick begs of you is but a cake piece. Collect sparkle stones from the river bank in Miyo Kabekzu. Come, let him your land sketch so that he might figure point where such marvels happen to be found. There's not handfixed that you will find any. Well, depends on the flighty fields of great bounteous. Hui Ka Tamu. All Flower Flank can say for certain is that if you do find any, you will surely be glad-faced. Okay. What is parse to pick? Who can help pour parse to pick? The learner can help pour press to pick. The learner must help pour press to pick. Yearland meat, Lowlander press to pick has one of the finest earthenware collections all Earthshire. Then the storm comes and all his precious pots go smash to shards. Need to craft to make replacement pots, but press to pick is too busy. Charles hoping to return to the dig site to collect dig stuff. London to collect dig stuff for Press Spec. Need good hot craft clay and fine flex field spare. It's already updug and care bagged. All that ass is that bring it back from the cave near the Yukoi place. Okay. Probably play a little bit more before we end the stream for tonight. We made some good progress though, today and yesterday. What's up with his fate? Presence of Mero moles off the spell's doom for the structural integrity. Ancient runes defeat the soul. Pay the time-worn stones that were impervious from similar shades. There we go. Guess we can do this other thing in the meantime. Accepting these shards anyway. Oh. Okay, there we go. Oh, there we go. Love the colors of this area. Really nice. Pokes through the pebbles, but none of them appear to be particularly shiny. Oh, another ether current. One more. Wonder if the other one's at the bottom right of the map. Might be. You poke through the pebbles and come across one with a beautiful iridescent sheen. Could this be one of the sparkle stones Butterfly told you about? Oh, okay. Pufka, a present from Bagnabrook, you say. I wonder what it could be. Oh, what an incredible aroma. Sure-wise this is. Yes, it is. The most far-famed of fancy tastes that no bees can resist. Why do I adventure? Did Bagnabrook not tell you what the present is? Swipe, post stick, couldn't tell, but it would be better coming from Bagnabrook. Word hole. You should ask him. Let's see. On the last ether stone. Or ether, the current here. The colors of trees. Love them. Marbles. Let's see what's over there. Okay. Any currents here? Oh, there's the last one. There we go. Now the rest of them are just going to be mainly from quests. So. But did you find purse to pick dig stuff? I did. Big thing, so under purse to pick will crafty make new pots right away. Every mobby needs pot. Sounds like mobby, but mobby needs pots and plenty of them. Where else would we keep ourselves stuff? That is why every mobby here is pot maker. No need to ask craft hands when mobby hands will do, but the time for lat flipping is over. The time for pot making has begun. Okay. Wait, what do you say? Well, strange face, did Bountus Ihoi Katumi beameth upon you this day? Incredible, not just one sparkled stone, but two. Ihoi Katumi, my happy like you face. All these sparkle stones, Ihoi Katumi's tears. They downwash all the way from the source of the river, high up in the big hills, getting smaller and smaller and shinier and shinier until they finally upwash here. Barla Flick says finally, but this is only the first stage of their journey to greatness. Potsworn cut them down to their twinkle cores, polish them till they shine like bright starlight, and fit them into their finest ear dangles and wrist bingles. So now you know Strange Face or Tinkerwork uses only the finest craftwork. Pray for use our wares and be loose person for a coin, but whatever you do, please don't lip slip the location of sparkle stones as an Earth and Shire secret. Give the present to Swipe with Stick many things. Swipe with Stick is very happy feels about that Bognabrook trust. There's a moblin around who doesn't love rot tea, and Bognabrook's rot tea is very lip smacking indeed. Put a pinch in a pot and boil it up, and the Frestergaz gas is enough to make Eddie Bobby's mask with eye water. Yes, rot tea of Bagnobrook is very good stuff. Bagnobrook knows exactly which finger clipping and back scratches make for the best brew. What's a big eye adventure? Do you want to try rot tea of Bagnobrook for yourself? Sorry, but he gave it all to Simple Stick. Just have to wait until the next harvest. Okay. We'll do a few more quests and then we'll probably end the stream. But we got all the ether currents now, aside from the ones you get from questing. This is where Kahi works, is it? Kahi. Let's take a peek then, inside then. That must be Kahe. It'd be a lot quicker if we could just talk to him, but that's not the way they do things around here apparently. We'll have to leave him be and try our hand at some guess think. Inspect the workshop, you may move the camera as well. Zoom in and out. Target it. Okay. Inspect the work pot and deduce what Kahe might need to improve his working conditions. Well, he has no shortage of crafting materials, there must be something else he's missing. Those shows were looking pretty worn down, maybe it's time for some new ones. Those people boiling sitting so close to the furnace and there's no air to speak of. How can anyone work in that stifling heat? Here he's barely touched his meal. That dish is meant to be eaten hot or it loses its savor. Alright, after taking a good look, I think I have an idea of what things Kahet might want to improve his working conditions. Let's head back outside and talk to Rocco Roke. Ka, you made your adventures. What did you guys think? First off, I noticed Kahe hasn't touched his food, and an empty belly can't be good for his concentration. Maybe the cooking isn't to his liking. But our food is very mouth-pleasing. Why wouldn't he want to eat it? But Rock is sure of nothing when it comes to Kahe's taste. I can help you with that. My brother Koana is also at Soto, and while everyone has their personal preferences, there are some they tend to share. Like an aversion to pipping hot dishes. If it was brought to him like that, Kahe probably wouldn't have been able to eat it cool down, and by the time he came back to it, might have found it cold and unappetizing. The simplest solution is to serve dishes that taste good no matter the temperature. Rook never would have thought of that. Would their promised mind explaining these things to her cook? Not at all, but I don't think that was the only reason Kahe couldn't concentrate. The Het's Sora homeland is hot and dry, but even Kahe seemed to be suffering in front of that furnace. Is there any way you could cool down the workshop? Or we could try a draftster horde that make a lovely breeze. You know where we could get one of those? You can gather them from the shallows of no return. There are many old boats there, abandoned by those who gave up on their search for Golden City. El Dorado. So we salvage them for the wrecks. Could you handle that for us, Gem? Oh, and one more thing. From what I could tell, Kahe's flies and saws and things are very worn down. Maybe a new set of tools is in order. Rakarok was too preoccupied with stocking materials, a serious oversight which he will rectify. Supplying good tools for a good living is a hand's responsibility. And we will all have work to do. We can meet back here when our tasks are done. Shallows of no return are past the crags through a tunnel southeast of here. You should be able to spot the passage from just outside the village. For those who don't know, El Dorado, or the Lost City of Gold, I believe the legend started in actually Colombia from the Musica people, which I believe are part of the Native American Chibchin, or Kogi, connected to the Native American Musica. And yeah, that's, I believe, where the folklore started. So it's interesting that they were able to also incorporate into the game, which is neat. You're Gem, aren't you? What brings you out here? Oh, the issue of caring for the potsworn. They approached me with that same problem. I suggested they commission artisans in Charlene instead. The quality of craftsmanship would be guaranteed after all. However, the Moblins did not care for the idea. Surely it would be more effective to engage in a uniformly trained collective. I cannot understand their fixation on individual contracts. Perhaps custom will make more sense once we begin the feat of pots. Till then, we've been deemed unfit to assist in the matter of help hands, or instead tasked with tending the injured. We are on our way back from procuring herbs from Oriunje, in fact. Settlement and Kuzoma Uka too have been isolated by the storm's destruction. What would have become of the wounded had we not found a way here? Should I become Dawn Servant, one of my first acts would establish reliable trade routes to the capital. When I imagine how much good we can achieve with Charlene technology. Apologies, I have much to consider, if you will excuse us. We'll meet again soon, I'm sure. Take care, Gem. Spot the tunnel opening, head through the passage to the shallow, no returns, return the drafty shard. Right. let me see. I'll be able to help with the fate here. It's not too late. Looks like we're helping out with the fungi. Got a lot of XP from that. Yeah, so far I'm enjoying this a lot more than I did with Endwalker for sure. Do that fate. Kind of in our headphones. Vamos. I know these people are saying this reminds them of Brazil, but this could also be like, I'm thinking it could be like, maybe it could be like, I'll have to see if there were like any falls in like Honduras or Belize or maybe even, I don't know about Colombia, but yeah, definitely I guess Brazil for sure. I'll have to see which parts though. Crystalline shard emanates a soothing whisper of when it seems you found the crystal vocal rock sent you to salvage. Okay. Is that a cold breeze Roka Rock feels? Yes, thank you for gracias. Thank you for seek finding a drafty shard. Roka Rock will add it to the new set of tools that he brought. Or I guess in Portuguese it'd be obrigado. Or well, yeah, I think it'd be obrigado. Would it be? I'll check to make sure. Yeah, obrigado. See. For anyone who's like saying, but this is also Brazil. Yeah. And I come bearing good food tidings. The cook has prepared a feast fit for the most discerning Itsoto, and it's on the way as we speak. Let's go in and see what Kehe thinks of our efforts. Kahe. I was wondering what occasion called for me to receive so many visitors. A fine meal, new tools, and a welcome source of cool air. Now I remember why I singled a pot pack. I'm grateful for your kind considerations. Allow me to a moment or two and reciprocate with a piece worthy of a pot sworn. Oil lamp to brighten the halls of FFXIV. The craftsmanship satisfies Ursula Char's reputation for quality, I trust. Cause such luster, such brilliance, truly a gift fit for the Dawn servant. I'm glad you like it, considering the time I've wasted till now. I hope to continue crafting at this improved pace. I have a contract to fulfill after all. Bien? Forgive my interruption. Amatia, I am told the Elector has deemed the crisis past and is prepared to task us with defeat. That's great news, thank you for letting me know. So this is the craft of a pot sworn, it is indeed a masterful piece. Thank you for your words of praise, I can promise. I drew inspiration from Kozumba Uka, natural beauty, and sought to capture it in my work. I wonder why the Moblins do not simply build a workshop in the city. Now I have my answer. Even Charlene goldsmiths cannot easily replicate such exquisite artistry. One cannot create some great things if one lacks creative impetus. Well, unfortunately does not want for inspiration. Anyone wishing to learn basics of craft would do well to study it there. I was raised among head sewers, more traditional than most. The shared ingenuity of Tyrol's various people was eye-opening. You lived as a traditional head sewer. I have few fond memories of nomadic life. Rock is very grateful to you. But thank you for both your hard work and clever guessing. When it comes to help handing, knowing the pot sworn really is important. Well, that's true for pretty much everyone you meet. It's a lesson I've had drummed into me several times around already on this journey. Okay, we'll talk to him once more and then we'll probably sell some of our stuff and then end the stream. Okay. Lecter bids the claimants assemble in the large building on the west side of the village. I will head over after finding Thancred Orionje. I ran into the Vieira twins on the way here. I took liberty directing them into the venue. We're rivals. It's not his job to make sure I know the feat is starting, but even now he's conscientious to a fault. Anyway, let's not keep Reedrock waiting. Okay. Alright, I'm gonna do the next part next stream. I think this is a good place to stop. Let me go to Yo-Yo sell what I have. Alright guys, I think I'm gonna end the stream for now. Hope you guys enjoyed, hope you guys had a good time watching, and I'll be off for now. Slongafol, hasta luego. And let me see how to say bye for now in Portuguese, as people were referencing Brazil. I think it's ata logo. Yeah, sure. Yeah, ata logo. Alright guys, Slongafol, bye for now, hasta luego, and ata logo. Bye for now guys.